Welcome to the channel, everyone. My name is Linden Houston. If you're new here, please remember to like, share, subscribe, do leave positive comment, and just to let you know you're welcome and I'm happy for you. Today's video, I'm just going to cook basically some vegetarian dish, and I'll take you through the process. Sit back, relax. Once you come in, ladies and gentlemen, please do thumbs up the live. So the first thing what I'm going to do, I'm going to get my vegetable cut up. So in this, I'm going to put about 1 garlic, so this one I'm going to be quick and easy. Once it comes in, ladies and gentlemen, please do thumbs up the live. I'm using 1 clove of garlic in this. You want to add more, feel free to put some more in it. Bit of garlic, ginger, just gonna give this a bit of wash. So I'm gonna cut this as small as possible. So basically, if I could get about 7 spring roll, you know, that's a winner. Maybe 7, 8. We see how it goes. I'm gonna use a bit of this cabbage. I'm just ripping some of the layers off, and I'm gonna julienne this very fine as possible, small as possible. Smaller you get them, better it is for you. Because I'm not going to cook them through, I'm just going to sweat them off a bit. So I'm just julienne up the cabbage here. I have some carrots which I picked up in the supermarket. I get them at a good price, so I purchased them. And I have some bean sprouts I'm going to add to this. Welcome to the channel, everyone. Once it comes in, if you're new, my name is Linden Houston. Please do thumbs up the live once it comes in, and feel free to like, share, subscribe, and do leave positive comment. Okay, so I don't want to do too much because I want probably about, as I said, about I could get 6 or 7. So I'm going to work with that for the time being. So I'm going to get this cooked off now. And then I need to serve some vegetarian. So let us feel like have some vegetables today. So we're going to bring that up to temperature. Bit of oil. So we want that nice and hot. So I have some bean sprout here. I have some carrot already cut up there, so I'm going to utilize some of that. I will just put these in the bowl, and I will use whatever I want to use out of this, and then I'll find a nice plastic bag and put them in the fridge, store them away properly. And likewise, the carrots make it easier for me because guess what? These already cut, make my work a little bit easier. And we're going to add some of that to it. So I want to bring this pan up to temperature. Once it comes in, ladies and gentlemen, please do thumbs up the live, and please consider to like, share, subscribe. So what I'm doing now, I'm setting up myself. So it's 2 things I'm going to do, either use this or this. So I'm setting up myself for when the spring roll vegetable cook. But you need to drain them properly, then you need to let them cool down a bit. So I'm going to take you through the process properly. Welcome to the channel, Jackie. Welcome, Jackie. Basically, I'm making some vegetable spring roll today, and then I'm going to cook some steamed vegetables. So, all right. So the pot is warm. So I have the cabbage. In here. So in here is cabbage, onion, garlic, bit of ginger inside there. Now, whatever season you have, just use whatever you have. You know, this is some Chinese 5-spice. I'm just going to add a little. I don't need much because it's very strong flavor. So because these are a little bit harder vegetables, I'm just cooking them through a little bit. these here, I'm going to use them for my stew vegetable. I'm just going to give this a little bit of season, you know, with some all-purpose. Whatever you have, just use it. I'm going to go in with some carrot. I buy these cut already, and to be honest, it saves time. Could easily use a machine, but still save time. I go in Tesco's today, and I've seen these. I'm gonna add some black pepper to this and some sea salt. So I want these kind of cook through. If you want them a little bit hard, all you have to do is just cook them a little bit less. But it's all personal preference. I just want them cooked down a little bit more. Welcome, fish and chips. Welcome. So now there's a technique you can use when you're cooking this, or to cool it down. I mean, I'm going to add some bean sprout. This cook quite quick anyway, but that should be enough. But sometimes you can run some water on this to cool it down, but then you're going to lose some of your flavor. Vegetables, very crunchy. I'm going to turn that off. And this thing here, I want them to drain a little bit. While that draining, just drain off some of the excess water, because when you're making spring roll, you don't want this thing, you don't want it wet. The next thing I normally do, I have like a tray, and that tray, I put it in the freezer. I'll show you what I mean. Because I want this to cool down as quick as possible. I'm going to pour this out on it. And what I'm trying to do now, spread this out. I'll use a smaller device. I'm going to spread this out because I want them cool down quick as possible. So this was in the freezer. So I'm going to give this couple minutes, because I want them cool down. Now, it's me gonna heat this. If you're doing it into a restaurant, you're not allowed to do it, but I put it back in the freezer because I'm gonna heat that at home. But if you're doing it into a restaurant, you're not allowed to do that. The next thing I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna quickly work on my vegetables. But this one is for the veg stew. Not really a veg stew, just a steamed vegetable. For the steamed vegetable, I'm just gonna use onion. And I'll be using a different pot for that. I'm gonna go in with 1 garlic. If you want to add more garlic, feel free to do so. So I'm making this, so by the time, within a couple of minutes, my spring roll mixture will be good to go. Just cut these in desired shape and size, whichever way you want to cut it. I need a bit of cabbage in that. All right, let me work on these first. These are some carrot I purchased the other day. But because I already have these cut, I will probably save these. But these are already cut, so it's easier for me in that way. I'm going to go in with some spring onion. You know, these are already washed. Pop choy. Now we're going to work on our cabbage. I'm using a white cabbage. This type of cabbage is a little bit harder, take a little bit more time to cook. I'm going to go ahead and julienne these also. I'm going to flatten it out. And I also have a little bag of spring green. Not really spring green, just some mixed green vegetables like 10 stem broccoli in this and some beans. So I'm going to work with that. I'll probably put a little bit more in this. Okay, so while I'm going to cut it up, I'm going to put another pot. I'll be using this pot. And I'm going to steam it a little bit. With this, I'm going to add a little bit of oil in that. And I'm going to add a bit of butter. I'm going to use my same spoon I used for the veg earlier. Make life a little bit easier. So a bit of butter in that. And we're going to go in with some fresh thyme. These are washed and set aside. And to get your flavor going on, I'm going to put some onion in the bottom here. So you have an onion there, some garlic. But make sure you watch your garlic, because if you let that cook too much, you're going to get brown on you. And you really don't want that. For color, I'm going to add a bell pepper, or in some place they call it sweet pepper. Some country they call it paprika. At the end of the day, they're all the same. I'm going to start season from now. Very important. once you start cooking stuff like that, just start add some seasoning, whether it's salt and pepper. Just touch them up with some seasoning, and believe me, it's worth it. While once you start do that, it's going to make a difference. Black pepper, touch them up with a little bit of salt. So because these cabbage are a little bit harder, I'm going to go in with them. I'm going to put my pepper in. I don't want them cooked through that. They're very soft. When they're soft in this, at the end of the day, when it's finished, it's going to give it a nice kind of sheeny texture. So once I've done this, I'm going to check on my spring roll vegetables. I know for most of you that's the important part. I like cooking with a lot of ginger. Ginger is very healthy. I'm going to chop this ginger small as possible. Once it comes in, ladies and gentlemen, please do thumbs up the live and feel free to like, share, subscribe, do leave positive comments. This rest of garlic, I'm going to set them aside because I don't want to put all of it in there. You don't want it too garlicky. Carrot skin, the sprouts, I will put them in a little bit last. I have some lovely 10-stem broccoli medley here. Once this gets up and running, I'll put some in. I'm going to season this again. Put my top chow in. We're going to season him again. And I'm going to add some water to it. I need some chili. What's in this? Some cayenne pepper. One of my favorite spices, very healthy for you and good for blood flow. I'm going to add some water to that. So now I'm going to check on the spring roll, the mixture. We're going to see how it looks. Once I get this up to a certain altitude, then I'm just going to start work on the spring roll. Give them a bit of taste. So the seasoning that is okay for the moment. So one that cooked through, I want it nice and tender. Seems to start look good already. So this is not bad. This they cool down to about +5, but I could get them a little bit more. It's not bad. You know? The only thing I'm gonna have to work with them fast. All right, I see how it goes. It's about +5. So we see what happened. Gonna put a lid on this. All right, this is the next stage. We enter in another stage now. All right, let me take this one out of the way. I don't need this anymore, so I'll just set these aside. This probably need that. We're gonna work on our spring roll now, but I want you to see everything what's going on. So I'm just making enough space. All right, if I need this, I'll take it back. I want you to see exactly what's going on. That's my spring roll wrap. So to set yourself up, you need a little bit of egg there. So I make like an egg wash. I'm going to swap the fire. So this will be here. I'm right-handed, so that will be on my right-hand side. So I'm going to swap this and put this one over here. So I'm going to turn that down. So this one is for my spring roll. That's the oil there. And I'm going to get everything ready. I'm going to get my tongue also. Welcome to the channel, everyone. Once you comes in, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Please do thumbs up the live and feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Okay, now let's go to work. So if you want, I'm going to show you a little trick. That's personal preference. Looking for my scissors. You don't have to do it like this. This is personal preference. But if you want, just for a little bit of extra layer, sure you can see exactly what's going to go on now. This is just personal, because sometimes if you don't wrap them properly or it's too warm, just leach out. So I'm going to start it off. I'm going to put some here. So I don't want them too massive. So watch what I'm doing. I put it here at the end. We're going to go in like this. We're going to use our hand and we're going to tuck it in. Before you reach halfway, see, I'm not halfway yet. Keep it tight. Watch this, I step aside. Take this side, bring it over. All you need to do, use your hand just to like this. Right? The next side, take it, you pull it over. So it's like an envelope. Watch this now. Keep it tight. You're rolling it, roll it, roll it. At the end here, I move sideways that you can see. Yeah? Just a bit of egg wash there. Watch this. See that? Underneath there. Roll it. Bam. Finish. Once you put it down on this side. That. So that's done. Finito. Now we're going to repeat the same process. Once it comes in, ladies and gentlemen, please do thumbs up live. But sometimes I just put a bit of extra in this here. So I said I don't want them too massive. I'm going to repeat the same process. To make sure tuck him in. And before you reach halfway, you start folding in. This one going a little bit faster. Start rolling. Egg wash. Done. Spring roll. Ready. Welcome to the channel, everyone. For those of you just coming on, please do thumbs up live and feel free to like, share, and subscribe. If I get about 6 or 7 out of this mixture, I'm nice. I would love that. Let me just try work this out. So 1. I can work with that. Even though a piece of this ripped off, I can still work with it. When I used to work at Sandals, Dungiva, I used to make 100 of these. They normally use these for starter in the Bayside restaurant. I'm going to show you another way you can do it. If you don't like egg, just mix a little bit of flour paste. And trust me, it works as good as the egg. Welcome to the channel, everyone. Once it comes in, ladies and gentlemen, remember to thumbs up the live. And feel free to subscribe. You know, I appreciate it. Every little help. So this, you can have this with some sweet chili or some soy, whatever you want to have with it. And these, when you cook them, they're going to fry very quick anyway. So I'm trying my best. You see, one of the dangers here I don't want this. If you notice, I'm trying to monitor this because you don't want any water from that going back. That's why I don't turn that up too high. So I'm in luck. I get the amount that I need. Okay, one last one. Need another little piece to go on this. We'll have some more on the other side. Remember to thumbs up the live once you come in, gentlemen. And please do like, share, and subscribe. So that's the last one there. So this is something you can make at home rather than go and buy. But if if you want to purchase it, that's fine. Now with this, I'm going to fry them now. Be very careful when you're frying them because they fry very quickly. I have my vegetables, which I was telling you about. Some 10 stem broccoli and some beans. I'm just going to slightly move this out of the way just a little for 1 minute because I don't want any splash in the oil. But these are 10 stem broccolis. So what they look like, they're 10 stem broccoli. And some lovely fine green beans. You have some other different one here. Lovely. Just gonna put them in. And we're gonna let them steam down nice. If you want some dumpling with this or some rice or you want to have some plantain with it, feel free to do so. All right, we're gonna work on our spring roll now. Finish them up. Make sure this is hot. So if you notice, I'm gonna put 2 in at a time, or probably 3. If you notice, I put the part down where, make sure you have one of this. Very important. I'm gonna increase the flame. So we want them to have a nice color. We don't want them to look burnt. It's very important. So I can easily get some more in this. So if you notice, I keep rotating them. Normally you don't have to, but because normally you should have more oil to fry them. But I'm okay because I'm skilled enough to execute that, so there's no pressure on that one. So as I said, they fried quickly. what I'm doing here, I just have a nice dry towel. So I'm just going to take them out here, put them here, just let them drain a bit. That's how easy they are to cook. See that? I'm going to turn this down a bit. Once you drop this in and the oil is too hot, just start rolling them. Because they cook very quick, believe me. Because remember, your veg already cooked, so you just cook it on the outside. Keep moving it around. You know, if you have a deep fry, or if I did have more oil, but I don't want to put it in more oil. So you know that's ready. So with this, I can just easily turn this one off. There's some nice, lovely veg. I'm going to go in with my bean sprout in this now. Lovely bean sprout. Okay, so spring roll is ready. So I'm going to show you how I deal with my spring roll. So while they drain here, I'm just going to put them back on that. So all I'm going to do this now is personal preference. I'm going to have this with a little bit of spring roll, not spring roll, sweet chili. Sweet chili there. And we're going to get one of this. And I'm going to just cut it there. I'm going to give it a little bit of wash. And that's for my decoration. I'm going to use a sharp knife, and I'm just going to go through here. Just run some cold water on this, on the inside also. Okay, so that's done. See that? This is like my garnish. You can put it wherever, whichever side you want to put it. So these are ready. Spring roll. You know, however you want to present them, it's up to you. You know, you can take one and you just cut him down like this. See that? And that's your spring roll there, ready. You want to tip him off like this. You know, a little bit of presentation on that. And your spring roll is ready. You know, for those who always come on when I'm live, you know, I like to show you, give you a close-up look what's going on. See there? Fresh spring roll, sweet chili. Some spring onion. So this now, gonna give him a little bit of stir. But this almost ready anyway. All I need to do is just give this a bit of taste and see. Just a little bit more season, not much. And then I'm good to go. I'm gonna give him a little bit more butter. I want him nice, Right now, I could eat this with 2 boiled dumplings. 2 boiled dumplings or a piece of yam. That top it off, I'm telling you. So this, finish with this. Right now, I still want the dumpling, but there's no pressure on that. Finish with this. Ginger, leave that there. I'll sort it out in a bit. So the vegetable is finishing, so I'm gonna dish him up and let you see exactly what's going on. Ladies and gentlemen, please do thumbs up the live and feel free to subscribe. Seeing that? That's a real deal there. Full of vitamins and minerals. So now is the moment, I normally give you a close-up shot, it's Linden style. We're gonna go close up now. And that's him there. Nice steamed vegetable. And that's a world-class Olympic vegetable fresh spring roll. Welcome to the channel, everyone. Somebody wanted me to say hi. Hi, everyone. How are you doing? I appreciate you all. Once you come in, ladies and gentlemen, if you're new here, please do consider to like, share, subscribe. Do leave positive comment. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure having you all. Peace be unto you. I see you in another live later or tomorrow. Thanks for watching.